Do you love Christmas as much as Buddy the Elf? Then you have to see these Christmas markets in Germany. They embody the Christmas spirit like nothing I've seen before. It's always been my dream to see the Christmas markets in Germany and Austria during the winter time. So much so that I studied German for a year and a half before this trip. Super cool! So let's check it out and explore this Christmas market in Munich. And our plane was rigged up with all these cameras, so I do truly feel like I'm in a travel documentary. But willkommen to the München Christkindlmarkt, which usually takes place around November 27th to December 24th at Marienplatz. The German Christmas markets are a tradition that date back to the 14th century, and it truly feels like you are stepping into a world steeped in tradition, or even like into the North Pole itself. Back home in LA, the closest thing we have to Christmas markets is when they decorate the mall with stalls and they call it a Christmas market, but they're just selling luxury candles and dropship jewelry. Here you really get to see craftsmanship from local artisans, including chocolate makers, wood carvers, crocheters, and people who even make things out of beeswax and so much more. One thing I loved about these Christmas markets were the food stands, because it's a wonderful way to try so many different unique German foods that are also traditional and only offered during this season.
This is the first thing I bought today. It's a giant Ferrero Rocher flavored marshmallow fluff. I can't wait.
This is so light and fluffy, and I love that there was a little waffle cone for crunch on the bottom.
I've never seen a chocolate this big ever. It's crazy.
And of course, no first day in Germany would be complete without a giant pretzel. So, had to get one of those. I love the food here. I love how traditional it is. It's very heavy food, but I love that about German food. Like, yes, I do want a schnitzel and some potatoes and bread and pretzels. Like, that's an ideal meal for me. We tried the Käsespätzle next, and I really love this one. It's almost like a mac and cheese. It tastes so nice on a cold winter's day. And also the thing that's really cool about Germany is they use a lot of reusable or non-single use things. So for our apple strudel, we actually got it on a real plate, and you just pay a deposit and then you return the plate back. Or for the Käsespätzle, it was actually served in a waffle bowl, so there was no waste at all. So we love a good eco-conscious holiday. I feel like single-use plastics are such a bummer at food festivals. Anyways, train interlude, and on to the next section. I'm going to show you guys some more desserts that they had available at the festival. There's a lot of chocolate-covered fruit. And I tried one of these chocolate-covered grape things, and they taste exactly how you think a chocolate-covered grape would be, although they're a little bit warm, which is kind of weird. It's probably unintentional. And I got myself a Wreck-It Ralph-esque medallion. When we first went to Munich a long time ago, we were greeted with these at the airport, and it makes you feel very special. This tree is 25 meters high, and it has 3,000 lights on it. Just kind of crazy. I don't know, I guess someone was counting them all out, and it's just such a beautiful ambiance here. I'm gonna show you guys, we ended up eating so much food, so there's more to come. We tried some apple koekroll, and it was really good. This was the favorite of the night. These are like little apple donuts essentially, and they're so warm and hot, especially when you get them fresh.
This is delectable. Can I take a video? But can you hold the other side just in case? Yeah, probably the best thing so far.
And that's one thing I loved about this Christmas market as well, is they make a lot of these things in front of you, which is just so fun to see part of their process. And there's a lot of non-food related activities to check out as well, even though we all know that the food related ones are probably my favorite. But here we have a very cottagecore-esque diorama scene, and I love it. I see you out there with these animatronics. What is this, Disneyland? But so cute. And saving the worst for last, or the best for last in this case, were these hot wurst, and it was so delicious. The bread was crunchy, and it was buttery, and oily, and I had a wonderful time watching the ice skaters, and I'm so excited to be in Germany. And as true Americans, we did get a McFlurry. And my brother wanted to try some kebab even after all of that. There'll be more videos soon about cultures and cuisines all over the world because that is something I really love and I'm very interested in. And I also really love the time of Christmas and the traditions.